Support for Cinema Classics comes from Film Columbus, enriching our community to make Columbus a destination for film education, exhibition, and production. Learn more at filmcolumbus.com. Cinema Classics is produced by John DeSando and Johnny DiLoretto. Listen to shows every Thursday at 8:01 p.m. and the full versions online at WCBE.org. I'm Johnny DiLoretto.
I'm John DeSando.
Listen to that. Listen to that fanfare.
Oh,
wow. You hear that?
Oh, wow. Could it be 10 years?
10 years. We've been doing this that long.
500 shows?
This is our 500th show?
Yes, yes.
Thus the fanfare?
Yes.
Don't you have to have fans to have fanfare?
Yeah, and she's out there. She happens to be in Boston, but...
There has to be one local fan. We can't scare up one person.
Well, I think our station manager listens now and then, every few months.
Well, thanks for that, Dan.
Anyway, 500 shows, and typically we thought of something completely irrelevant, which would be movies with hundreds in them.
That's right. That's right.
As we have said, this show is really about nothing.
That is true. Hey, it's fodder for conversation, right?
Yeah.
If you like movies, we're going to provide you with mindless fodder for conversation.
And we've been doing that for 10 years.
That's amazing.
Wow. I could find only one film with a 500 in the title.
500 Days of Summer.
That's correct, yeah.
How appropriate.
Yeah, and I thought so too. What makes you say that's appropriate? Because I thought it might be too.
Well, because my fiance's name is Summer.
Right. And because it's fraught.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I mean, any good, passionate romance is fraught, and that film is certainly about
Thanks for putting that out there. Yeah. I've seen that movie one time. It's very cute.
Yeah.
I like it. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Zooey Deschanel.
Yeah.
Both adorable.
Yeah. And that's one where the ending is uncertain, or let's just say it is certain. They break up, I think, after 500 days.
That's true. That also is significant, I think, because it was one of the first times I saw, what's her name, Chloe Grace Moretz.
Oh, wow, I forgot.
That movie introduces her as the sort of wise beyond her years younger sister. And she guides him. What else you got?
Well, I'm just going to end that discussion by saying there's an uncertainty there the way our show is. You never really know what's going to happen. Right?
Well, we certainly don't know how it's going to end.
I know, right? But anyway, the one that I thought, again, might have some symbolic significance for us, that has 100 in it. One of my faves, 127 Hours.
Oh, yeah. Right. James Franco
and
trapped in the rock because of my personal life?
Yes.
Is metaphorically?
Well, because your son's name.
Oh, Vincent.
Yeah.
Oh, Franco.
Franco, right, yeah.
Oh, that is a slim connection. That one's a slim one. Yeah, good movie. Danny Boyle, who is going on to direct the next Bond picture, by the way.
Oh, is he? Good news.
Yeah,
all right.
It is really good news.
Well, I've traveled with my motorcycle in the Moab Desert in
I know where this
Utah.
Okay.
And his going off by himself is something I can identify with, and I've often wondered when I was doing that how foolish I was. That it really is dangerous. There's nobody around.
Yeah.
If your bike goes down, if you fall or whatever, you are really stuck.
Yeah.
And that's what, in Franco's character, which is a true life story, the rock falls on his leg, and eventually, on his arm, excuse me, and eventually he has to cut it off.
Yeah. Yikes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, so I thought, I mean, somehow, I don't know, how does that relate to Cinema Classics?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We should cut it off.
Right. There's an appendage that should be cut.
We're trapped in a rock.
Yes,
we have to metaphorically cut this off. 300.
Yeah.
What about that one? How do you feel about 300? The Gerard Butler,
I know the
Zack Snyder adaptation of the graphic novel.
Well, I think it's like our show, very manly.
Yes.
The Battle of Thermopylae or something like that.
Yeah. Wherein, what was it, 300 Spartans?
Something like that.
Took on 10,000 Greeks or something?
Athenians, I don't know, yeah. But anyway.
And Zack Snyder took on all logic.
Yes, and Butler has never been the same. Never been able to recapture.
Yeah, wow. He's an interesting performer because that performance, I was watching it as though I'd never seen that. I didn't know who he was.
Yes.
And I thought, wow, this guy is really awesome.
Yes.
And then he did all kinds of like failed rom-coms.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I know.
You know, the only thing that he was really good at, or the only thing that captured him was that one where the terrorists take over the White House.
Oh yeah.
He was good in that.
Yeah.
Olympus Has Fallen.
Oh, good one. Gosh, where you get this stuff?
And he's in this other movie Vincent has been telling me about. My 14-year-old, he likes this movie called Den of Thieves.
Oh.
And I guess they're making a sequel to that. I don't know anything about it.
Well, I'll tell you. Let's class this up a little bit.
Let's cut that off. Let's cut a lot of that Gerard Butler talk
We
out.
can't. It's not 500, but it is the 400 Blows.
Oh, now we're talking. That is a classic.
Francois Truffaut. That fits right here, man.
Yeah.
Cinema classic.
Boy, you know, as scholarly as I can be about film, and as nerdy as I can be, I think I only saw the 400 Blows once, and all I can remember is this little street urchin running around in a tattered cable knit sweater.
Well,
in black and white.
Yeah, and there were a series starring Jean-Pierre Léaud after this.
Yeah.
400, kind of the representation of the spirit of the new wave. You know.
Yeah, well, for sure. That was one of the key movies in that movement.
And I think that scholars 100 years from now, this will be graduate students.
I like how you worked 100.
Yes, thank you. We'll be looking back at cinema classics and looking at us at a new wave of film criticism.
I think they'll be looking back at this and they'll be examining how any one public radio station could allow could just like turn their back, just like turn away from this thing that was happening for 10 years.
Anyway, yeah, and any other hundreds? There's 100 Days in 1991, and
what about
yes,
the film 1900? Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Or as it was titled in Italian, you would say Novecento, I believe.
You know, nice, very nice.
De Niro,
yeah.
Gerard Depardieu.
Yeah.
And that was a.
It's
I think it's
strictly period piece.
Yes, it is.
A beautiful
About two
one.
brothers.
Yeah, very nicely done. Thank you. I don't.
Yeah,
very good.
I can't remember who the director is. Bertolucci or
Bernardo Bertolucci. I
yeah.
think. Yeah. Oh wow. Well, that takes us right up. That takes us right up to the present. I don't know what's going to happen. Probably won't be another 500.
These are all the films that have the 100 in them.
Yeah, and I haven't
right?
listened. I can't. I scoured and I cannot find any that
That's weird.
Yeah, and I think this is pretty accurate. Although you just came up with one that I missed, which is typical of cinema classics.
Yeah, I'm always filling in your gaps.
You would.